Hey everyone, what is going on? So I wanted to walk through what everything looked like as far as the order flow indicators that I use on ATASX and just see what that looked like for the rate decision. I think everybody knows the rates are staying where they are. I think I saw that on the news. Hopefully that's right. I don't really pay attention too much. I just know that happened and I look for the rate change, but it looks like rates are staying where they are. And that happened right at VWAP. When the announcement at least was meant to start, and then we just fell over from there, which was pretty interesting. And so I'm just going to kind of walk through the alert system that I put together that looks at the indicators and then just kind of fires them off. And then so when you look at ES, I guess we'll start at ES since that is the first alert. So this happened at 12:58. So there was an order at 66.20. And so 66.20. Oh, that was like way below. So for this type of alert where it's like super far below, I've actually grouped these off so they're not so noisy. And then we had speed of tape increasing a little bit, which you saw there. And so that got a bit noisy. And then we had a big order at 67.15, which is around here actually. So somebody was waiting here at the bid 253, about what, 115 or so right around here. Yeah, so they were waiting around here, which was pretty cool. And by that time, so we had hit VWAP. There was a little absorption right there, you can kind of see it. There was a little imbalance right here too. There's like that green, right, and that was just broken. And then you can see the candles were white, which means that the rolling 15 CVD was still bullish, but then boom, we broke imbalance. They went negative here, but our CVD was still green, right? And then even in this candle, we tried to fight back, right, and try to go bullish again, met with some bearish absorption. Then candles go bearish, push back up, had some absorption here, then you go down and you see all these big sells, like 500 like lots. Look at this, like thousands, like a couple thousand, right? Couple, like a thousand, a couple thousand, all is buy. What is that? Buy, sells, big buy. So people are trying to buy this up, but by that time you can kind of see the rolling 60 CVD started falling over, and price just couldn't do it, right? And then you had some bearish imbalance here, and it just kind of broke down. And then you hit some area around here where like volume started to pick up again on the rolling 15, but then just fell over, broke, went bearish again. And if you look at like the rolling 60 CVD, it was just kind of back and forth, right? And so not really agreeing, but like price was definitely going down. And that's kind of super interesting. And when you look at, I guess we can kind of zoom for 147. If we look at 147 here on the alerts, and I've actually put some logic to kind of group these a lot better so they're not so noisy. Like I noticed that they're kind of a noisy firing. They're kind of noisy because they fire kind of separately, and so I put some better logic in there to group things. But yeah, you can see right here, so this 149, right? So this 49, like around this time where all this happened, you can kind of see like, hey, there was, you know, a big order here, big trades, you know, big sells, absorption, big buys, all this stuff. It basically, all this was kind of shown in this alert here at 149, right? And so it kind of all wrapped up and was sent there. And then it was, you know, below VWAP, which is really cool. So like the AI knows like, hey, where VWAP is, and it's actually looking at VWAP from regular trading hours and electronic trading hours as well. And so that way it has like a sense of like where price is, and like, are you bearish, are you really bearish, are you bullish, are you really bullish, type of thing, based on price relationship to the VWAPs. So it's pretty good. And so mixed absorption and big trades near the 607 to 611, right? So 607, 611, right? So it was spot on, right? With all this, you have this big sell, this big buy. You can kind of see sell, buy, like a lot of like sells there, and then some buys, and then you had some absorption right here. Had some absorption right here as well. It kind of followed. I think it probably So this absorption happened at 1409, so that is 209. So if we scroll through, yeah, and so you got the stack imbalance was triggered on the ES, so boom, right? Triggered right there, and then you can kind of see that, but then we didn't keep going, so it's just like it failed, it broke the lows of that, and it kind of kept going. So it's kind of interesting. Like I do like how these alerts are accurate for what's actually being fired on the charts, which has been really good. And I think if you were paying attention to that flurry of this flurry of alerts here, like this whole situation, because for me, when I look at this, I didn't trade after FOMC. I was done, green for the day. I don't want to mess things up. But like looking at this, like you hit VWAP, volume was still green on the CVDs, and it couldn't break above VWAP. Like price, even though volume is like, oh, we're bullish, price was like, nope. And then bearish volume comes in. They tried to fight again. Bearish volume comes in again. Then you see big trades trying to really save this falling price, and it just didn't work, you know. And then from there, like there was no clear direction on the rolling 60 CVD. It was pretty muted, pretty neutral, but price kept just going down, right? And so I think like after this part where you have all these buys, but you can see the candles are bearish. You can see CVD is bearish on the rolling 60, CVD is bearish on the rolling 15. Even with these big buys, bearish imbalance there. It's like, okay, like maybe we go back up here, right? And so maybe you could have tried the long, and then with this like bullish imbalance here, maybe you would have tried. But like once it broke below here, maybe even here, right? Like this 6700s, like to me, it's like, well, now you're, you know, this person who bought 500, this person, or people who bought 500, these people who bought 500, like once you broke down like past here and then past here, like now they're in pain, right? And so they don't want to be in this trade. And so, I mean, I guess this could have been it. Like if you really broke here, then you know you're bearish. But for me, it's like, well, once you're below, like once you tried so hard and once you're below where the big trades entered, right? And then things start going bearish and price is just going, like I feel like the short was like pretty clean at that point. So it's, you know, it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Yeah, so I'm just doing a kind of a quick demo of like how these alerts work, and just doing some verification that like, hey, these do show up on the ATASX charts and they are firing based on the webhook that we have connected. So that's pretty amazing. And so, yeah, like just wanted to kind of show that. I totally missed this trade. I feel like at this VWAP situation and then breaking down below this 15-minute candle, like this flush down when this new 15-minute candle formed, like that probably could have been your entry. It's like somewhere around here, and just stop over VWAP and it would have been amazing. But you know, hindsight's 2020. Like you can always pick out the perfect trade after it happens, right? But yeah, just wanted to kind of show like, hey, like these indicators, order flow, absorption, big trades, like all this stuff, like it does make sense, at least for me and how I trade. And yeah, hopefully that helps. And if you haven't already, I guess as a reminder, these alerts also have this end of day summary. Cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show, you know, these alerts are firing off based on what's on the chart, and the AI summaries seem to be pretty spot on with what's going on. And so hopefully that helps. And yeah, good luck and don't get caught. Thank you.